Cleaning literally saves lives. We have multiple cases this week. People have missed their routine clean deadlines and it has literally caused fires in their properties. That and much more this week as we experience the lowest lows,
Found that to be very toxic behaviour.
the highest highs, and exactly what it means to build the best team around. I'm Lee, this is Vapor Clean. Come and see behind the cleans. It's Monday the 19th of February and I'm on my way to the office. This week we've got Danny on annual leave. There is going to be a requirement for me just to support the office a little bit more than I normally would. Still a person down today because Sarah is still off. On the technician side of things, we've got Lee at Bath Theatre Royal doing the carpets in the main auditorium, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully it's the auditorium, basically the main sort of theatre seating area. We cleaned there a little while before Christmas, the communal areas outside, all the hallways and things like that, and they were so happy with the results that were achieved. They want us to go in and do the main areas as well. It's obviously a very high-end carpet, so we've got to be very sensitive with it. It's a little bit more complicated in the seating areas because we are working around seating and things like that, but it should be good. I'm also waiting to hear back from that contract that spoke about last week, hoping to hear back from that. I got a last minute message on Friday just to say, you know, if we do go ahead, could you get this up and running within 30 days? Because their notice is only 30 days. They basically don't want to hang on to them. If you haven't seen that one, click the link here. I'll get Craig to put the link on there as well. That is last week's episode, so you can quickly fly back and catch up. Now we are going to show you the carpet cleaning over at the auditorium, if that's the right word.
Morning, we're here at the Bath Royal Theatre again to do more carpets. Backstage, as you can see. Walking through to the auditoriums. Today we're doing the lower ground carpets all the way through, first floor all the way through to the boxes as well.
Do you know Cafe Rene in Gloucester?
Yeah, I've been paralytic in there a few times.
Just giving you a quick call, a couple of things we've had happen sort of on Friday. This is just why it's so important that these places have their systems cleaned on time, because I now have two systems that have both had fires because they've gone overdue.
Is that their fault or?
It's their fault, yeah. On both occasions it's their fault. They just haven't had it done on time. Done that one before. I've got a feeling you have.
Yeah, I think I've done it. It's where it's so unsafe up in the loft space.
Yeah. Well, they've also, I do remember it. Yeah, I remember it like a bad penny. They've also had a fire on site.
Nothing to do with us.
They're 6 months overdue.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And you know that system the same as I do. That system was never a good system. So.
No, and it's awful as well.
But what it does mean, and I'm sending 3 of you, potentially more, got to go and basically strip it all out, clean it the best we can and get it back up as literally as close to perfect as we can get it. One, it means we're going to need better lighting up in the loft, but it means we're going to need better boarding up in the loft to give us access and stuff like that. Yeah,
I remember.
I remember it, yeah.
It's just trying to remove that fan. Because last time we tried to do it, it took over nearly an hour just to get most of the bolts out.
Yeah. All right, let me speak to Jordan. You're with Nick anyway, aren't you? So you'll know what's going on. Yeah. Let me speak to Jordan. If he's happy to do it, I'll let you know. We'll get him to do a fly-in visit tomorrow.
I think it'd be best to
do a
work it out
recce
first than do it on the day, because then that just gets stressful then.
Yeah, I'll speak to Jordan and see what he says.
Yeah, that's bad stuff.
Yeah, not too bad. Right, quick question for you. Do you know Cafe Rene in Gloucester?
Yeah, I've been paralytic in there a few times.
Okay, well I want you to visit it for a different reason this time. So they've had a fire. This is the job that Danny and Sean were messaging about on Friday, because the duct and everything is up in the loft and it's really bad access. They got no boarding or very little boarding to get to the duct in and stuff like that. And they need to completely unbolt all the duct in, strip it down and then clean it all and put it all back together.
Right, okay.
What I'm basically asking if you would be able tomorrow to go round after your last job, to do a bit of a recce on the job itself and see exactly what they need. But it'll mean, if you're happy to do that, it'll mean you go in there after the job tomorrow. Obviously you're on site early in the morning. You're due to finish at 3:30, but it's going to be another visit basically.
It's literally a 2-minute drive from my house.
I thought it was, yeah.
We'll make a list for the guys so they can grab everything they need in preparation. If not, I'll just do that tomorrow. It's not a problem.
Awesome. All right, appreciate that. Thank you very much, Jordan. You're a star. So it's just gone 6 o'clock and we're just wrapping up for the end of the day. It's everyone else has gone home. Actually, to be fair, I'm saying we're just wrapped up for the end of the day. They've abandoned me. But yeah, I'm just wrapping up for the end of the day. I'm going home. Basically, we got right to the last end of the day and we had a good day. It's been nice for me working in here with the team. It was nice working with Chloe, getting to know Chloe a bit better, and then 5:10 and we get a phone call basically to cancel 2 jobs that we're doing for a building company this week. I've got to be honest, I hate builders cleans. I can't stand them. I've never liked them because basically you get picked up and dropped left, right and centre. This is £1,500 worth of work for guys on Friday as well. And they've literally 5:10 rung up to say, yeah, we're not going to get ahead, we need to cancel. Like, really? Come on, have some respect for other people. Like, how can you see that as acceptable to drop that amount of work right at the last minute? So yeah, we've had to basically move some things around. So there's not a lot we can do about it. Obviously they've paid deposits, they'll lose their deposits, but it doesn't cover anywhere near the amount of work and the amount of time. So what we've had to do is move the clean that we were doing on Wednesday that you saw me talking about earlier on. Keep watching for that, by the way, because we are bringing that one to you, but we've got to reschedule that work. I've rang them, they're okay. They want it sooner rather than later. It's only 24 hours quicker, but they'll take that 24 hours. So that's going to happen tomorrow. We've had to cancel the work on Friday, but it basically means we now have a shed load of availability on Wednesday and a shed load of availability on Friday. And it's just, is what it is, not a lot we can do about it. I've just had to straighten the diary out, ping a few emails to a few different people. That's the joys, and that's why it is going to be nearly 6:30, 7 o'clock before I go home. But there we go, I'm done for the day. See you tomorrow. It's Tuesday morning, heading into the office, and I'm much more brighter and bushier-tailed after yesterday. As per usual, it's the knocks you get and it just pushes you forward. We've got technicians that have been out on site since 6 o'clock this morning. Keep watching, we're going to bring you some footage of that one. They've been on an extractor system, which is a little bittersweet for me, and I'll explain a little bit more about that later on. In the office though, I'm heading in. I'm glad to say that Sarah is back today. Chloe is doing overtime this morning for us as well. Also today, we've got the leadership team meeting. I'm meeting with Craig this afternoon to talk everything marketing and our content and everything else. I was really on a high about content last week, sort of midweek and everything else, and then it come to the weekend and I felt like I was getting a little bit obsessed by the stats. So I was trying to stay away from it and sort of switch off a little bit. That didn't happen because then I noticed we lost a couple of subscribers on YouTube, and it's so sad. I am so sad. I know I am. It's not all about that, but it does irritate me, and we're always trying to improve. So if there's something you want to see, if there's something you think we can improve on, drop it in the comments. Let us know, and we will keep trying to work on it. Or if you just feel like making me feel better and saying, well done, keep up the good work, that's appreciated as well. We are human, believe it or not. Coming up shortly though, we've got Lee over to that restaurant that had the fire. So this is the one we were talking about yesterday. Let's go check that one out.
Fire brigade had cut a part of the ducting out the way away so they could get in there to phone. So that bit's being replaced just before the fan that runs down to the canopy. Not gonna obviously touch that bit. The fan, what I can see through the hatch from the other side, looks in good shape. It's got just a light film on, so we should be able to remove the fan. So we've got the boards that we needed, so we've boarded it out a lot more. We're going to clean inside through the hatch where we can. Very black. The canopy's just char-grilled, obviously.
Is it still got a lot of carbon on it? No. Oh, okay.
Last time I remember coming, it was horrendous.
It was horrendous, yeah.
It took like 4 or 5 hours just to do the canopy. We get this fan area and a bit of ducting done first, and then we'll both move down to the canopy afterwards.
Just do everything you can do today, and obviously if there's any areas that you can't access, measure up and see if there's anything else we can do for installing access hatches or whatever, because that's obviously going to be sent over to Kieran. And he said to me yesterday they'll action anything they can. So we need to give George a call that's been off because of his bad back. Danny had a catch up with him Friday, but he had another doctor's appointment yesterday. So I'm going to give him a quick call, have a catch up with him and see how it's all gone or not. It's a case of we look at like a phased return, so you come back, do a few days or something and see how it feels and how, you know, what you like. Or the alternative, which is basically something we do on the contract side, a flexi role. So rather than being full time 40 hours, we'd move you over to a different contract, and basically, like say for example 20 hours. You've got to consider how that would fit with you from your own personal needs. I'm not expecting to put you on the spot and you just say yes or no to anything at the moment, George. I'm having an honest conversation with you because I think we've probably, I don't get me wrong, I'm sure what you would really love from me is to say, well, don't worry about it, George, you come back, you do what you need to do, we'll progress you up to time and everything else. I don't have that luxury, unfortunately. I wish I did. And I don't want an answer now. I think it's best you go away, you talk to your partner and give me a call tomorrow, and we'll then have another chat about it tomorrow. I think, as I say, maybe a couple of days next week, maybe look at doing a couple of days next week, and then if that goes well, maybe a few days the following week, and we will literally just assess it week by week. Great to speak to George. And keep watching because we'll catch up with him tomorrow to see what his final decision is once he's had a chance to think about it, speak to his partner, and hopefully we'll be looking to getting back to work and within the team. Wednesday, I'm in the office and it's wet and miserable outside.
Why is it that you always like sitting in ducks?
You have to get in there, mate. I've got to get in there.
You're like a cat, man. If you fit, you sit.
Yeah, throw some up.
Yeah. Oh, that's fire damage, isn't it?
That is from me, that's me pushing super hard.
What solution have you used on it, Jordan? Gel, yeah?
Yeah, straight gel in the bottle, no mix, nothing.
Then and you've left it on there?
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, so on the black bit here,
Yeah.
it's smooth, there's no grease, nothing, but obviously there's still these marks, these like yellowy marks, but I have to literally, that there took me about 30 seconds to do that, just that bit there. I'll show you again here. That was as hard as I could.
It's definitely charred, yeah. If you've sprayed it with gel, you've left it on there, there's not a lot getting that off. It's fine.
So we are taking stuff off.
Yeah.
But I just genuinely think it's burnt, carboned.
Yeah, it's burnt carbon, and what it's done is it's literally charred because it's got so hot. It's charred the grease that was on there anyway. You've done what you can do. What's it like to get up on the roof there?
We got the keys and everything.
Just go careful because obviously that is wet and windy today, to say the least.
Yeah, we got both harnesses, so we're gonna wear them.
Cool. All right. Where they've had the fire, it's black and it's charred and it's not coming off. So. There's not a lot you can do in that sense, in all fairness. So all we've got to do is try and get it down to as little as we can to make it safe. It's safe as long as there's no loose grease there and everything else, which is why we wanted to go back in, despite they've had to replace half of it. We're cleaning the other half of the system so we can make sure 100% that the rest of the system is safe. And then you're going to go up and have a look on the roof and get all of that done as well. So let's check that out now.
Little video update. That section was all black. That section was all black. This section was mainly all black as well. Yeah. I think that section is black at the back.
Yeah, that's
charred.
yeah.
That's charred.
And then obviously floor afterwards. But some of the reason it's leaking in here from here.
Okay, beep at me then. Had to shoot out because yesterday we had a machinery failure, carpet machine. One of the vacuums went down. Luckily the job was already completed, it was right at the end. So, gone to get a vacuum. Jordan's in later on and we'll get that all fitted and done. That's the joys of having the equipment we've got, because we know we can swap the parts out, get it running, and we don't let anyone down.
Really good to have a quick chat with George. George is the technician that's been off with a bad back. He's feeling well enough to return to work and wants to return to work, but he's not 100%. He's a little bit concerned that obviously it might relapse, and so are we. So we're going to do a phased return with him, and he's going to do a couple of days next week, a few days the following week, and we're just going to take day by day. I think that's the fairest thing we can do for him, and it means we are then protecting the customers as well. So if he can't carry on, we don't let anyone down. But good conversation. I'm happy to have that with George. Looking forward to seeing him again Monday.
So there we go. So this is the old vacuum, this is the new vacuum, because you've got the two vacuum motors in there. Simple 3 screws, plug in, fix the pipe back up, and we're done. That's the old motor which I took out. We'll get this all done and we'll give it a test. The other vac is, the pipe's loose on it, but it seems as though, I don't know, I would assume Texafoam have probably done it when it's gone in for a service, but it looks like it's been cut skew width.
Right, okay, yeah.
So when I've tried to tighten it up, rather than tightening up, it's slipped off. Moment of truth. There we go. Yep, all good. All right.
It's Thursday, 7 AM. I'm in the office. As you can see, I'm the first one in. It's dark. Why I'm in early? Because yesterday was brutal. Got absolutely nothing done. I was pulled from pillar to post all through the day with various things going wrong, various people needing help. We also had multiple people go off sick yesterday, late yesterday for shifts yesterday evening on the contract side. So the contract team were chasing their tail to get all that sorted. But the biggest thing was we had a situation occur in the office late afternoon or mid-afternoon, which basically it escalated very quickly. It started off as a open and honest conversation with someone to try and find out how they're feeling, how they're getting on and stuff like that. And it basically transpired into them being very abusive and insulting and everything else around a lot of the team. To be honest, I found that to be very toxic behaviour, and I'm not going to have it within the team. I'm not going to have that sort of toxicity within the team. I don't think it wasn't constructive criticism. It was insults. No one should have to work with that, myself included. So they're gone. Simple as that. That basically deflates everyone. It knocks the wind out of everyone's sails. It obviously consumes a lot of time in the office. It does affect you. You can't help it. We are a close-knit team here, a very close-knit team, and I care about everyone, and I think everyone else cares as well. It's one of the things we work for. I give trust, I give respect instantly, and I do expect everyone else to do the same. However, it can be lost very quickly, and basically the minute someone stops caring about everyone else within the business, I can stop caring about them, and that's basically the way it went. Prep day, absolutely awful day, but today is a new day. Lots going on. I am just literally in the office this morning to get some stuff done, get my mind straight, because it does affect me. So I'm going to get my mind straight and keep ploughing on forward.
I'm heading over to a school now because I have identified a couple of tender opportunities, and this is one of them. So for those that don't know, a tender opportunity is basically it's more of an official way of getting quotes and choosing a contractor. A lot of government works that way mainly, and a lot they do is they put it out to tender. Multiple people will apply to or register an interest to tender, and then if they're accepted, once they register their interest, then they have the opportunity to basically follow the same procedure. So it's supposed to enable you to compare apples and apples effectively, because you are using
turn right onto Wick Road.
Because you are using their forms to actually complete the tender and say what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, because they will ask you certain questions. We don't do that many tenders. We need to do more, and this is one of my first attempts of writing one myself. The previous tenders we've done in the past, we've always outsourced and used another company to do that, but on this occasion I'm going to write it myself and see how we get on. So let's go and take a look.
We got no equipment, so I don't know where it's gone, so I'm going to have to go and buy a padlock.
Yeah.
But it is bad in here. I mean, we've all come up, we've all got the first floor done, they're upstairs now doing the second floor, so something's got to be done. He definitely needs more hours.
I mean, I don't think he's against that. I think we're going to have to meet with Ben, aren't we, and speak to Ben, because I just don't think that...
and that's why none of the vacuuming was done Monday, because the vacuums didn't work.
The vacuums didn't work. I mean, they should have let us know, shouldn't they, really? But...
Yeah, well, I've spoken to the pair of them now, and I've said anything, I don't care how small it is, you come to me.
Yeah.
But they're coming in Saturday, because it's going to come up Saturday as well, so
yeah,
that'll be done for him. But they're going to end up doing extra hours, Lee, and I just hope he pays it.
Well, he did say to me yesterday, look, we'll, just amend the invoice and let me know, and I'll get it paid for you. So
Matt's gone sick at Thatcher's, but I've spoken to Lorna, and Matt and Ollie's going to do 2 till 7. She's fine with that, and she thanks us for sorting it.
Yeah.
So she's quiet. The new flexi cleaner I got in Weston Museum, it's not coping very well, so Matthew's going to go round there in the morning. And then I've had Cassie on the phone. Their ceilings caved in and she wanted extra than there, so Matthew sorted that out and got all the cleaners going in tonight, an extra hour for her, which she'll pay for.
Yeah.
It's been a right day today, Lee.
Oh,
you
my
haven't
God.
had a good day, have you?
Oh, I haven't had a good 2 days, Ash. I really haven't.
Yeah. It's a little prick, isn't he?
Oh, I'm fuming. I've literally just reported him to the police.
I don't blame you. I would have done exactly the same.
I've reported him to the police for everything he's done. I've reported him. I've obviously gone to Trustpilot as well, and I'm speaking to the solicitors now as well, because
don't blame you.
I'm not going to part with it. It's vile, and it is just vindictive for no apparent reason. Like, no one has done anything but treat that guy with like the perfect respect and everything else.
Yeah.
And he's just being like, some of the things he is saying about people is just ridiculous. So, but okay.
So I don't know if
right.
you're going to see the guys today, because they'll be off to do Thatcher's.
Look, don't worry about it. I'm not precious, and I'm sure they're not precious about seeing my ugly mug. As long as you're all right and they're all right, that's fine. I'm going to stop and get some cakes and things, so I'll leave it in the office so they can get something and fly in, and they've got something there when they get there if you are having them in. I might be in, I might be not, because I'm at a quote visit now, then I'm going back to the office, but I've got to come back out this afternoon because I've got to do another one this afternoon. So there you go, that's just a glimpse of what can happen. it's all things that are out of your control, and it's just literally a flick of a switch. So as part of being in the cleaning industry, you've got to react to it, deal with it and solve it, and in an ideal world, in a way that the client doesn't get impacted. If it impacts them, you have to communicate with them, and that's what we're doing. So rough couple of days, frankly, rough couple of days for multiple people across the team. Joys. There we go, that one is done. Oh, Christ, didn't see that speed bump. Really good meeting, to be fair. It obviously doesn't have any weight to whether or not we will win that one or not, because unlike maybe a private quote that you do, they can't go by their sort of gut feeling or the person that they get on with the most or anything like that. They have to go by the scoring system, which basically means every response you give, so every question you answer and the price that you provide has a score pointed to it, and then it's the highest score that wins the tender. But a really positive meeting nonetheless. Usual things, cleaners, as in the operatives on site, are amazing. They've been there for a long time, they're doing a very good job. But what's happening? The management are letting them down. They've been waiting since November for a new vacuum, or 2 new vacuums, because they've got broken vacuums on site, which means they're not able to vacuum every day. When operatives are off, they don't provide cover. It's just the basics, which is so common. We shall submit the tender and see how we get on. I'll keep you updated. It is quite a long-winded process, so you're just gonna have to watch a lot of episodes.
Amber leaf. Well, it's not as bad as that. Nickel catch.
I'm just going to leave you to it because I know you're flat out today, but I just wanted to bring you some donuts and cakes and stuff like that.
Don't take the Christmas greens, you can have the other ones.
You can't have Christmas greens.
I'll let you fight it out. You carry on.
No, I'm alright, honestly. I've been sat in the van for an hour.
You see the realisation in his face there? It's like, wow, that's a game changer.
It's all gone under there and apparently
Contract cleaning quote visits, they can be like buses. You wait around a while for one, and then 2 come along at once. Obviously I had the first one this morning. I had another one booked in for this afternoon anyway. Unfortunately, they couldn't do a similar time, so I'm shooting back out to go and have a look at that one. But we've also had another one call in this afternoon, who is basically 2 minutes round the corner from the other one I was already seeing today anyway. So gonna do both of them in one, saves the running round.
Sarah, yeah. Yeah, no, Sarah was in the background.
So that's it, both quote visits done. I like one of them. I think it would be very good for us. The second one, not so much. It seems to be a little bit more of a temporary thing, which we're not overly keen on. I'll get a little bit more detail from the gentleman tomorrow, just clarify the hours and everything else, because sometimes, and as you scale, you sort of get that minimum that you'll take on, and as you scale, that minimum goes up. At the moment, that is kind of at our minimum, but by the sounds of it, it might not stay that for long, because it's archival storage, so it's a very big warehouse, but literally none of the warehouse is office space. They've put containers outside. That's me done for the day. Gonna make my way home. That's basically it for Thursday. Back at it tomorrow.
It's Friday, 23rd, new day, new start. Lots of smaller jobs for the guys today, and I need to get caught up and get some stuff done. So let's get cracking. Hi, it's Lee, Vapor Clean. I'm good, thank you. Sorry, it's been a bit of a crazy morning this morning, so I've just picked up your email, but I think I missed a call from you anyway, didn't I? Yes! Yes! Oh, I love it. End the week on a high. That feels amazing. Do you know what? It's not even the fact that we've won that contract, it's the fact that we've brought that client back. They were working with us previously, they've gone elsewhere, it hasn't worked, they've come back, and without question, bam, they want to work with us literally as quickly as possible.
Yes. Brilliant. Oh, I love that. Oh, talk about from the lowest lows to the highest highs. So there we have it. That's the wrap up of another week. Thank you all very much for watching. We hope that you have enjoyed the episode. Please do click below and to subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you get the heads up when every video is published. But if you haven't seen enough for this week, please do click here for our latest upload or last week's episode of Behind the Clean, or click here for a video that you may not have seen before. Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you behind the cleans next week.